North-South University, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anyone, didn't know where to go, and worst of all, had no idea what I was doing with my life. Back then, I didn't even know what biochemistry and microbiology was, so I did a little research. Biochemistry or biological chemistry is a study of chemical processes within and relating to living organisms, whereas microbiology is the study of microscopic organisms, whether they are unicellular, multicellular, or acellular. But there were other pressing matters. I think the most common question we get asked nowadays is, what are the career prospects of biochemistry and microbiology? Back then, I had the same question and I got the perfect answer.
There is a lot of career prospects. We have a wrong idea that what I'm going to do after studying or graduating from biochemistry, or what I'm going to do after graduating from microbiology. But I think these are the fascinating fields which one student can choose as their career path. If you consider normally what a biochemist can do, they can be part of many different types of research fields. They can be pharmaceutical researcher, they can be a toxicologist, they can be a basic research scientist, and they can also get a job in quality control and quality assurance in many different pharmaceutical companies. Plus, they can also be a part of the R&D team of the largest pharmaceutical companies. The same goes for microbiologists. Microbiology, every companies they produce something for human use. They must have at least 2 microbiologists to assess the quality of that substance they produce for normal human use.
I needed to know what the department could offer, especially when it came to research.
This department has built 8 different laboratories that includes biochemistry and immunology laboratory, basic microbiology laboratory, molecular biology laboratory, nutritional biochemistry laboratory, as well as plant and tissue cell culture laboratory. Students of this department are extensively exposed to the laboratory courses.
I was more convinced once I got to talk to some of the research students.
We are basically determining the antimicrobial efficacy of cumin and ginger.
And if we're successful, then we are thinking of using it as a food preservative.
My project topic is assessment of antibacterial activity of most commercial soap, antiseptic soap. Those are mainly sold and manufactured in Bangladesh. If I achieve my goal, then I can ensure people they are using the safe soap.
So my thesis is all about optimization of the SRY gene detection using conventional PCR, and I analyze the results over here with real documentation.
For an in-depth analysis, I talked to more faculties, and it made me convinced more than ever that North-South University was the best choice.
The Department of Microbiology, all the faculty members, they're mainly focusing research on 2 different aspects. One is the fundamental one, another one is applied one. Okay. So basically the fundamental research, it mainly includes, we mainly investigate the molecular level, specifically the disease epidemiology, their virulence properties, and the disease transmission. At the same time, the basic study, that means the basic research, it mainly focuses on bioinformatics and comparative genomics approaches. So specifically, these 2 are newly emerged sectors. Specifically, within combination of these 2 things, we can mainly identify the evolution of the gene and the genomes. Why the students, they will study microbiology? So the first answer I'll tell, if you want to make your limit to the sky, so definitely you have to choose the microbiology, because you have the endless opportunities. You can end up your career in every sectors. The whole world is waiting for the students who are studying microbiology and at the same time biochemistry. Always remember the microbiology, biochemistry. These are the 2 different subjects, but these are interrelated. And in between the microbiology and biochemistry, there is a term that is called biotechnology. So basically, biotechnology, this is a technique that is utilized by both the microbiologist and the biochemist to change the microorganisms and to use those microorganisms to have the potential for the humankind, or to shape the world civilization or the ponds, right?
It is a combination of biological sciences and the information technology. So there are a lot right now, due to the advent of the next generation sequencing, a lot of data are not available. So there is lack of bandwidth in the world at the moment. So people need bandwidth. So you're also focusing on some conducting some research on the genomics here at North-South University, and there are some exciting projects in collaboration with ICT Maryland University and University of Nottingham, and you're also expanding our horizons actually.
But that's not all the department has to offer. 4 years ago, I had no idea what biochemistry and microbiology was, and even a year back, I didn't know anyone from our department that well. And then in 2015, BioMIC happened, and it jump-started the cultural program movement in the department. In 2016, we performed at the 24 years program, and yes, we were damn good. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention the best thing that happened to this department this year, the excursion to Cox's Bazar. We will forever be indebted to all our respective faculties for making it the biggest and the best one so far.
Welcome to the Department of Biochemistry and Microbiology, your future in biological science.